Hey Snake,
Hey.
I have Rolos. Try not to be jealous.
Oh man, I prefer Rolos over Smarties. Rolos are pretty delightful. Anyway, in this section, you have to run to the right first to get the key card because there's occasionally key card puzzles too.
Oh my god.
Most of the
maximum security castle.
I know. Most of this, the whole game, kind of, the objective seems to be run here, pick up one of 3 objects, use it elsewhere, win.
Well, we haven't seen some of that yet in this game, I'm pretty sure. You know, collectible thingies.
Well, they're not really collectibles, they're more pick up and place elsewhereables.
Oh, well, yeah, the bombs have been there before.
I titled all the videos when I put them up as raw files, as Army Men Sarge's raws, because I'm just the wit.
Oh my god, you are the wit.
We put this man in a prison with a time bomb. We were hoping he would blow himself up. We're clever like this. So yeah, the puzzle here is also this is entirely optional, I believe, but you got to go down here. Well, you got to go down there. I'm just showing you. You got to go down there. Look at that guy.
You just wanted to do a funny little walk.
With the last 2 greens, got to procreate. Create more greens. But we got to walk over here and place this blasting cap. Great explosion effects.
Oh yeah.
Still, I'm sad to say they're still better than that episode of House.
What?
Not the finale, that episode with the vodka fire thing. That looks so fucking stupid. I'm referencing really old episodes of TV shows no one gives a shit about. It's the lowest form of humour.
Yeah, do a funny walk.
Look at that invisible wall. Just gotta walk around it.
You expect me to talk?
This is the one case of referential humour.
I expect you to know.
That was so forced. I expect you to melt. Ah! Anyway, I forgot something in the previous section.
Ways of making you talk.
Oh, that was so terrible. Man, I'm glad that guy stayed here so he didn't see that horrible act of destruction inflicted upon his fellow green. But anyway, if we go back here, we find probably the best weapon in the game. And you could miss it so easily. The flamethrower. Now, typically...
Well, of course, you know, they want to mask fun as much as possible.
Yeah. So, you know how flamethrowers in video games typically suck? Well, this one doesn't. This one is fucking awesome. It responds to... It kind of pretty much does to little plastic army men what you would expect flame to do. I just want to test to see if those guys are invincible. Turns out they are, as long as they're kind of taped, those pencils.
For sure.
That joke...
Just execute them right there. They've been tied up with a pink bow. Just put them out of their misery.
Yeah. I mean, they've just been insulted. Their manlyhoods have been destroyed.
Yes.
Can you see the solution to this puzzle? I can't. Maybe it has something to do with this.
Pencils.
I guess they got to make use of the, little army men gimmick somewhat. I thought at first, burn it. I don't know how that plan made sense to my mind at the time.
Trying to platform on top of the pencil, just shove one of those pencils up your ass or something.
Maybe Sarge likes that. Does it really matter? Look, they got a climbing animation.
Well, like I said in the first part, maybe it is. Maybe this is the "Don't Ask, Don't Tell" reference I was waiting for.
Wait, didn't you not make that because we re-recorded that part?
I honestly don't know if it was that part or not.
My video jammed, and we had to redo that.
Maybe, I'm just gonna pray that I made that reference in the first part.
Made an anaphoric reference that may not have actually existed. Anyway, it's good that I'm beating near enough all the secondary objectives so we can see none of the unlockables that exist.
Hooray!
Yeah, it's great. Anyway, so now that I've pretty much got the 2 kind of weapons that will be used throughout most of the game, which is the flamethrower and the shotgun. Actually, something does come up a bit later on. It's like, the game deposits weapons at a pretty good pace, so you never really feel too underpowered, but at the same time, it's like, it's not really that fun to use them.
What are those green things that you constantly see everywhere? Like, obviously not, the army, but those green, like, platforms.
Those green what things?
Is that how they're just spinning
around?
Yeah,
because I shot his head off.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's like one good feature about this game. Anyway, what green things are you talking about? Because I have no clue what you're talking about.
If you turn around, there was like these green platforms, like circular platforms. Maybe we'll run into them again. I'll point them out.
Yeah, do that and I'll be able to tell you. But as for now, I can't see any little green platforms. I don't remember them.
Not little, they were actually quite big.
Oh. I got to block these satellite dishes and they won't get their TV service. This will break their morale and their will.
They're not gonna get Food Network. How are they gonna keep themselves entertained?
Tan TV is down. We're gonna have to watch shitty Green Network shows.
Oh god, those goddamn Nazis at Green Network.
Hate their propaganda.
I'm free. Kick some tan tail for me, Sarge.
I feel sorry for those voice actors.
You would think that from the heat coming off that laser beam that maybe that would melt partially the guys too.
Well, there's loads of dead Tans around that Sarge may not have harvested, for lack of a better word.
Harvested. No, that is literally just the best word you could have used.
Oh, this game is like I didn't realize it at the time, but this commentary has made me realize this game is horrific. I can see why it got a 16, because if you actually think about it, here's the boss fight. It's terrifying.
Oh my god.
That's been waiting here since Sarge's war started 5 minutes ago.
Yes, my purpose in life shall finally be revealed.
So,
how easy is it, or how difficult?
They're really fucking easy. They do like a straight bombing run, and you can easily dodge it, and then they stay still, or near enough still for ages. Near enough still in the sense that they're moving, but not very fast. So not still at all.
I'd like to know the story, sorry just to break off, but I'd like to know the story of how that train just got there. Just out of nowhere, just the train is just rammed into the side of the tower.
I can't... It would have been great if Sarge could actually pick up the pieces of that helicopter and become Helicopter Sarge. The ability to fly, win level.
I don't know. Maybe I want to return to level.
Well,
Did you find all the collectibles, though? Did you find the flag?
I didn't find the flag. I don't think I did. Maybe I did. Dash Drain. Why? That's so forced.
I hate these guys.
This is where the game truly becomes annoyingly bitchy. Because there's a room in this game that has loads of enemies very far away from you, so you can't kill them and pick them up. Sniper enemies are the worst in this game. It's like Sarge pointed out, I hate snipers as well. You know how I said all the enemies are pretty, like, much earlier on, all the enemies are really accurate?
Yeah.
Snipers can take about maybe a third of your life away. Probably, that might be an exaggeration, but they can fire constantly and they hardly ever miss. And you can't see them most of the time because they're placed on opposite ends of maps. Basically, these guys are the ones that are going to kill you the most. Because they are really unfair.
Wow.
Not even your lock-on can survive to these guys. But you do get a sniper rifle, but it's not really... I wouldn't really say you can fight sniper to sniper, because these guys are basically aimbots.
Right.
Because they're... Look, there you go, look at that. I'm surprised he missed me, because in most cases, they don't.
Maybe you're just wrong. Maybe you just remember this game incorrectly.
I remember how many times I died, and I think the most times I died in one level was 4 times, so this isn't exactly a hard game.
I like the way I like the way when he just whips out his like rocket launcher, just like, oh yeah.
This is... That's hard. I mean, like, I don't think anything phases Sarge anymore.
I mean, he had some kind of like emotional depth to him in the beginning, like a little inkling, but that was long gone.
Well, I guess losing all your friends would create an emotional inkling.
I guess.
Maybe a...
But still, nothing comes before duty.
Do you know what I like? The fact that pre-Breakdown Sarge and post-Breakdown Sarge are pretty much the same guy.
Static character of all static characters.
Yeah, he's just like, so, what'd you do before your breakdown? I killed Tans by the bucket load. What'd you do after that? I killed Tans by the bucket load.
For revenge?
It's really been a one-track existence for Sarge.
Do you think Sarge even remembers his childhood, or do you think all he remembers is just endlessly killing Tans?
Probably that. I mean, maybe that was his childhood. Full damage. Luckily, full damage isn't too hard. I actually looked around and I thought, it's not going to make me drop, is there? Because I started wondering about full damage. And look, see, I just got hit by a sniper there.
Whoa.
Did it? I had no kind of pre-warning. Maybe.
If only they could blow you. I kind of, while I do think the whole, getting limbs blown off thing is cute, the fact that it's only, like, in certain areas, like, repeatedly is kind of...
Yeah, it's like...
I kind of wish it was...
like, if Sarge ever does get back home and make new friends, like... How are you feeling, Sarge? Well, my chest, the left side of my torso, and my head are pretty sore, frankly. But aside from that, I'm fan-fucking-dabby-dozy.
I just took a couple of painkillers, took some pointers from my pal Max.
We both pretty much had the
Try
same
doing this
situation.
holding a gun.
That's actually kind of a nice joke, you tried doing this holding a gun, but... video game jokes. The blandest when self-referential.
Was that a box from macaroni and cheese?
I think it was. I'm basically looking up here because in a recording that I cut out because I died, I spotted a tan flag here or a bit of, or one of the kind of information things, but I couldn't find it. So you're gonna have to miss out on that bit of backstory. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
The deep kind of backstory and canon of the series will forever be unknown to you.
Jesus Christ, this is just a massacre.
Oh, that's the greatest death sound effect I think I've ever heard. I like their
Oh
death
no,
noises,
I'm
but they fade
dying.
out.
Time to morph with the ultimate one.
Oh god. So, how do you feel about 99% tan?
What?
99% tan.
Is that like a cloaking, like disguise kit sort of thing?
That should
Just paint yourself tan. Why don't they do that? That'd be like, considering that they look all pretty much identical.
I guess they kind of studied up on the Geneva Convention, which is don't fly false flags. Or at least you have to reveal the false flags before you start killing. You know, you know, if your entire existence is going to be war, you may as well be honourable about the whole deal.
Oh yeah, of course. That's why you can mass murder people with, like, a flamethrower.
Yeah, you know, okay, that section of the Geneva Convention wasn't too exactly heralded over the banning use of flamethrowers, but you know, also that bubbling plastic goo, I guess, that damages you. Just, I mean, that should have been obvious, really.
Oh god, I've like run out of things to say about this game. I mean, aside from like minor design changes, this looks exactly as
yeah, this is like, by the way, this is the meth addict's house I talked about earlier on, 'cause look how bad this place is.
Did you think he literally just like put down like cereal boxes and stuff on the floor like intentionally instead of putting them on shelves?
I don't know. Actually, you know how I think every commentary that I've done here has had a Breaking Bad reference? Well, this is probably the house that Jesse was in with the two meth addict parents.
Oh my god.
Turns out they were meth addicts because those two people witnessed this. It broke them.
Yeah.
By the way, we're introduced to a new kind of enemy here, so here's something new to talk about. The giant black semi-invisible guys.
Where?
There.
Oh, there.
Semi-invisible.
Oh,
I don't know if
okay.
they're actually meant to be semi-invisible because
Or if
It's a
the
graphics thing.
Xbox just can't be
Yeah.
bothered to render them.
Because I can't tell why they would need to be invisible. I don't get that. But there's another thing about them which I discovered entirely by accident. They can only be killed by a flamethrower.
What?
I don't know why. It's just I learned that much later on. It's just lucky that I decided in this level I'm going to show off the flamethrower a lot. I just decided I was going to use it all the time, which makes every close range enemy a breeze, and soon to be a rather literal one. Look, I think that's pretty much speaks about how all soldiers are born. They just kind of come out with giant machine mother.
Yeah, I thought they were mined out of the ground.
Mined out of the ground, then processed through a machine. If you play Army Men RTS, you can get a refining factory where you pretty much just like build army men. They just walk out and like ready for duty, which makes me think their existence is really fucking bleak. Like,
do you think they just sort of have fun with that? Whoever runs that stand, like, just sort of screws around with the options to create some really unfortunate people.
we're gonna give this guy 5 arms, and they're all gonna come out of his ass. He'll only be able to grab things behind him. When he goes to take a shit, he will... God damn it, I think the humour in this has taken a downturn. Just talking about a guy who can only sit on the toilet.
Spider ass.
And just grab all the shit. Prehensile... Oh, God.
Is that like a subtle reference to the Spider-Man 2 playthrough?
It might have been. I was thinking about it. And if Spider-Man was made out of plastic, he could shoot strings of plastic.
Exactly, why don't they remake Spider-Man?
Yeah. Then they would only ever photo-degrade, but not biodegrade. And it's actually a thing, like, once you die, who cleans up this mess?
Like I was saying, like, what does a kid see when he comes back to see all of his toys broken and stuff? What do the meth addicts see when, well, no, I
Oh
guess
god,
they don't notice
do you know, I just
anything.
realised as well, like, those parents probably only could afford this amount of soldiers for him. Sarge just walked in and broke all of this kid's toys.
Wow.
What a
Sarge is a
dick.
hero. He's a bully. Jesus Christ.
He just shits on kids' dreams.
Exactly. Maybe that kid was gonna join the army, but no.
Well, he probably will, but he'll probably get court-martialed for psychopathic behaviour.
God damn it.
Like, he just, like, he just runs into war and, like, all his comrades are like, so what do you think of, Private Jim? He's a bit weird, he just keeps saying, the tans under his breath. While he's killing them. Did he kill a lot of them? Yeah, he did. He ran over there with a knife and gutted them. Then he started pushing their organs into himself.
He didn't seem phased when both his arms were blown off, and he still somehow managed to hold his gun.
They grew back! He was, at that point, pretty much plastic. Oh my. I love his waddle when he's got this. By the way, there's enemies there and they killed me a lot during the recording. I don't know if it's good design that the game actually counts that hole in the wall there. I don't know if they planned ahead. The thing about this game is I can't tell how much thought was put into it.
Yeah, you really can't. Like when you see so much ridiculous game design, you can't really decide what was intentional and what wasn't.
Yeah, it's like, how much of this was planned out exactly? Did they think about this, or was that just, you know, a bit of luck? This is another section I hate. You have to, you know, like, because you can only aim for that guy with the sniper at this distance, where you could shoot the other ones, but you have to get a lucky shot in because that blocks most of his body. So you actually have to walk out in front and take loads of hits before you can actually, return fire.
Do you like? I didn't notice, but does like your character sort of like stutter when they're being shot out while scoped in? Didn't see that.
No, he kind of.
Oh.
There's no negative effects for being shot. There's no kind of aim stutter. If it was, this
feedback.
section would have been
Right.
impossible. It would have been undoable. I would have given up and, like... I wouldn't have put the credits here exactly, but, you know. Yeah. I would have just said, right, playthrough's over. Malice won. Sarge was... stopped.
Malice won whatever strange thing he wanted to win.
Yeah, I think his victory would have been really hollow when he just realised he wasn't really fighting for much that made sense. He just, like, killed all the greens and then... What is the rest of his life at that point? What do super...
Ooh.
I mean, how long, if you're that kind of if you're really that ambitious, where do you go in life once you've attained that goal?
Well, I think after that he would pit the lightly tanned against the darker tanned.
This whole thing is an allegory for racism, basically. The whole series.
Yeah, you're killing tans.
Also,
So non-whites. I think they just made them green because they were like, you know, what's like the farthest color we could think of from white that isn't black? Green.
do you know what else as well? I just realised, remember what Metal Gear Solid 3 taught me, there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. You can't hate the Greens forever, Malice, no matter what happened. This is just
I wonder.
It's like such a dick as well. Oh,
The final boss should be Sid.
win level.
Good level.
Win level.